All right, welcome back to a new Depths League. Today we're trying out Naya Depths. So Naya Depths, that's when we splash red, and the main reason for splashing red is to get access to a couple of blast effects in the board. When Grief gets banned, I suspect that there'll be a lot of frogs and Nadus around, and I want to fight those cards on the stack, not on board. So I'm going to try to see how the blasts feel. The blasts also gives us some added flexibility and some added power in the blue matchups, especially the blue based combo matchups. I think that decks like Show and Tell and such can be hard for us normally. So looking forward to trying those out. When splashing a second color, it's also good to add some spicy tech to the main board. In this case, it's in the form of Minsk and Boo. Minsk and Boo will try to help us close the grinder games, especially against control decks. They can also have some added flexibility when we're facing ensnaring bridge decks, as Minsk and Boo allows us to throw Merit Lage instead of her having to attack. So I'm looking forward to that. Otherwise, it's kind of the same deck that we've been playing for the last couple of weeks. In this case, we've gone up to a 4th Mox Diamond and then skimmed on an artifact or two in the main deck. And then we're trying out Cataclysms in the board as well with the rise of the Eldrazi matchups. We'll see where and when we bring those in. This list is inspired by a list by MM on Twitter. Feel free to check out their Twitter account. It will be linked in the notes for the video. The only change from that list is that I've added a Sagittarius Step instead of a second Talongates. It's due to card availability. I didn't find a second Talongates, but also I want to try out to have the two different versions of that effect, as one version is strong in certain cases and another version is strong in other cases. So we'll try to bring this through a league and we'll see where we end up. See you for game one. All right, so we've been paired for round one and we won the die roll. We would like to play first. Looking at this hand, we have a shaky mana situation on the green mana, but if we get to land Elvish Reclaimer, we should be good. So an option here is to go turn 1 Dryad Arbor, turn 2 Elvish Reclaimer and Thespian Stage. And if we draw on a second green source, we'll maybe keep Legolas Crookleaf for X's up. So we'll try to keep this. It's not a 100% keep, but I think that we'll try it out. For science, so let's see what our opponent is up to. Mountain, Goblin Welder, that's not fun. So here there are some interesting plays that we can make. We're gonna go Elvish Reclaimer, but we could also Legolas Quick Reflexes, the Dryad Arbor, and then ping the Welder. So we could go Legolas Quick Reflexes, untap Dryad Arbor, and then ping. Yeah, we'll do that. Get rid of that pesky Welder. And then play Reclaimer off that mana. We'll hide the Wasteland, so they might be incentivized to play the Saga. Play a Bauble, and then pass the turn. See if our Reclaimer will survive another round. If the Reclaimer survives a round, we're probably going to keep that up to fix our mana and get that up and running. There's the Saga. There's the Engineer. Let's see what they go for. So here we're going to keep Wasteland up and we're going to, oh, that's a Flagstone. So that's a nice play, but we want to get rid of the Saga. Getting rid of the Saga before it learns to make constructs is always good. Unfortunately, we don't have a Bog in the deck right now. It's in our hand. Otherwise, that would be great to have up if they go for the reanimation plan here. So let's see, another Welder, an artifact here, and it starts getting quite annoying. All right, so we're going to activate the Reclaimer, sacrifice the Dryad Arbor, and here the play is to go for the Flagstones, start building out our mana. Now when we have the Bog open, we're going to go for Bog, delete that graveyard. Now we have second Bog open as well. So we'll see what they go for, if we need to go for some tech land or if we start building for the combo. With prop rotation up as well, we can protect Merit. Soul Cauldron, a little bit annoying. It gives combo potential, but we're going to sacrifice flagstones, grab a Savannah. Savannah will allow us to keep crop rotation up next turn when we go for the Lage. We're going for Dark Depths. We're exiling a creature, which is now a mana creature. That's cool. That's a cool interaction. All right, so copy Dark Depths, tapping the Bog and the flagstones, and then we're going to keep the right one alive, get a 20/20 out. We could attack here. If they play Plow, it might be good, but yeah, we'll attack. Because I don't have a mana up for it anyway, we might as well. All right, then let's see if they can either combo or beat more than one layer of interaction. Ensnaring Bridge. Well, that's a layer of interaction. Unfortunate, but this is why we play Minsk and Boo, I guess. Otherwise, we have the Outland Liberator as well. So we're going to draw a card off Vexing Bauble, dig a little bit deeper, see if we can eventually find our way home. So here we're going to, let's see, this is a little bit tricky. They got 4 cards in hand. We might as well attack with the Reclaimer. We have some chip damage to get in there. Even if they exile 1 card, they won't be able to do anything with that. And then we play Knight. And then we're going to play out the step as well. I'll give that one pro red. So the reason why we don't go for the Excavator here is because they can just exile the Wasteland when it's on the stack. So it won't do what we want it to. We're going to get them with Wasteland and Knight anyway. But now the shields are down. We'll see how fast they empty their hand. But here our plan is to grab Yavimaya so the Knight can start rotating flagstones away, and then maybe grabbing a Wasteland and start working a little bit on their mana. I don't like our position right now, if I'm 100% honest. We have 2 cards plus... So we have 2 cards plus Green Suns, but now they're probably going to go for their exile-based removal, and then Welder can weld that in when we don't have protection up, which is probably a good play. Oh, they're exiling the Thespian stage, and then they're going to get rid of the Merit Lage. So now, no, they're getting rid of the Knight. Oh, all right, yeah, sure, that's okay. Yeah, we remember that we can't protect against the Chaos Defiler anyway, but oh, that gives us Green Sun Senate as an out, and that's exactly what we drew. So Senate for 2, get Outland Liberator, sacrifice Liberator to destroy Ensnaring Bridge, and then attack for 20. Great, so Painter. And the blasts, not the cards that we're looking for, but they're fun if our opponent helps us in that perspective, which they're not going to do. But here I think that some of the obvious additions to the deck are 2 Force of Vigors, like Oof and a Get Lost. Endurance is probably going to make it as well. Endurance allows us to buy a turn, which can be the difference between a victory and a loss. When we can shuffle our cards back into our library. Cataclysm. Interesting here, but I'm not really sure that we want to go for that. We'll see how many cuts we have. What are some of our cuts here? We can cut Caracas, if we can find it. There it is. I'm gonna keep. I'll cut a Maze of Ith as well. They're not gonna win this one through single combat, or they might, but they shouldn't. And then we're gonna keep the Bog in for the Painter shenanigans. You can see trimming down on 1 or 2 Mox Diamonds because we're bringing in our additional anti-grave artifact stuff. I'm also going to shave on a Vexing Bauble. It turns off their fast mana, but I think that turning off their fast mana isn't really enough to get that card to the level where we want it to. We're going to keep the boots in. We'll probably... It's just that Mox Diamond allows us to accelerate our plan. No, we'll take out the Lava Spur boots. I'm not really sure that's what this game is about. And then we will roll like this. So I do like keeping some kind of acceleration in with the Mox Diamonds, even if it's accelerating out a Collector Roof. This end would be playable with another mana source than a Mox Diamond. Let's see. We can go Mox Diamond, Reclaimer. That's not a good enough. We can go Javamaya, Reclaimer, and hope that we hit a land in our top card. Yeah, we'll keep this. We need to hit a land with this card. I think that a land or a Green Sun Senate is good enough. And then we have some interaction and endurance as well. So here I'm not going for the diamond because I want to have lands in play. So we're playing a Reclaimer. We drew another Reclaimer. That's okay. They'll bolt the first one. which gives us an opportunity to stick the second one. Is it the Engineer now? It's Engineer, Dragging Engine, or Chaos Defiler. What are we going for? Or Soul Cauldron, yeah, that's probably a good card to play. Oh, that was an important step to not fade. No, that was an important step to hit. So now opponent knows where we're struggling on the land front, but I do think that just grabbing one land will help us a lot here. So what can they do now? They can go for Painter Servant, naming blue. So they kept the blasts in, probably, right? And then they're going for Soul Cauldron. Let's see what we can get. There's the land. There is the land. Do we build out our mana, or do we keep Shenanigans up? I like keeping Shenanigans up. They're down on 2 cards. So we're going to go for the Savannah. Then we'll plow the Engineer. And then when we plowed the Engineer, we might as well attack with Reclaimer. And now we should be okay for a while at least. Let's start building out our mana. Yeah, this is a typical build out your mana turn. So we're going to get rid of the Savannah. Go for a Flagstones, untap and hopefully do something. This is Fury mana. If they play Fury, go for the Step, I guess, to protect the Reclaimer. It's a Welder with haste, of course. So let's see, they can weld, Painter in here. Yeah, we still need to build out our mana. So we'll go for Flagstones. See if they want to do something with the Welder. No, land. Oh, Force of Vigor. That's an okay draw. That gives us some isolation. Allows us to have a couple of shields up here. So now they're going to be able to sacrifice lands. That means that they have sagas going now. That's okay. We're going to plow it soon anyway. We just needed to build out our mana before we start plowing. So we'll go for a Savannah. Or let's go for the plains. They play Magus effects. And then here we'll go for the Flagstones. Continue working on our mana. We're going to start plowing the Welder now. And we're going to have plow up. And then we're going to build out our mana with the Reclaimer. We can also have Bajuka Bog up here as well. Let's see what this is. They're going for Saga. I guess this is where we plow the Welder. So they go for Saga. They're going to get it up to 2 counters directly. Then we're going to have Wasteland up. Or we could go Force of Vigor in their upkeep. Now let's go Force of Vigor in their upkeep before it learns to do stuff. And what don't we need here? I think that we don't need the reflexes. We'll get rid of them. I have 1 card in hand, 2 cards after this. I can start exiling my little land in the graveyard. That's okay. And then we're going to go for mana and okay, that kind of forces us. So here we're going to go for Savannah. No, we'll go for a Plateau. And then do we play around? Let's just get a Wasteland so we're set up to handle future sagas and see if they name Wasteland or if they name Reclaimer. If they name Reclaimer, we can drop Knight and second Reclaimer next turn and start getting the beats down. Bridge is hard for us here. Oh, that's a nice card. But we're going to get some creatures down here and start attacking, and then we'll keep the Dark Depths up as a surprise next turn when our Knight is active. You're stumbling a little bit on cards over there, so I think we should be good. We have, it's if they draw onto the combo, we should be able to handle that. Alright, so now we have the combo up as well, and with that I mean our combo. We have blockers for the Dragon Engine, if we want that. I think Pithing Needle is a thing that we're fearing here. Bridge is annoying. Alright, they gave that one haste. Let's see what that means. Is it the bridge? In that case, we need to go for here we need to have Bog open. No, we don't need to have Bog open because we can endurance them. So let's just go for combo, I guess. They're going to try to go for the bridge. We will endurance them. Let's see. We're going to play endurance here. Target them. No, we didn't need to do that. So we got them there. Yeah, it was a typical game 2 where we have 8 pieces in that help us, and they kind of got stuck on executing their game plan. They started with bolting and then they really didn't get going. All right, on to the next game. All right, we have been paired for game 2. This time we're on the draw. This is 2 plows and a knight. We'll keep it. Hope for a game where 2 plows and a knight are good. We'll see. Ooh, is it Turbo Depths? Is it anything that's even worse than Turbo Depths? I don't like Dark Ritual. All right, Thoughtseize. Sure. Now they know what we're on, but they're on 4 cards. Let's see. No, Voidwalker would have been before that. Is this some kind of mono black helm or into Torak? Sure. Is it the one where I have to sack a lot of stuff? Start sacking a lot of stuff? I always forget the name of that deck. Some kind of low discard stuff. All right, we have a plan, and that plan is not good right now. Oh, that's a crop rotation. So my plan was to play a Liberator, but crop rotation is also nice to have up. Maybe going for flagstones if they start messing with us. But no, we'll, I think the right plan here is to go for Liberator to get something going. Probably should have fetched and played around Opposition Agent, because I remember that that's kind of a card that's good against us, and that can be turboed out with the Dark Ritual, but we didn't have that. All right, Wasteland, that's okay. Sinkhole, yeah, that's also okay. Here we're going to play our Echoing Deeps as a copy of Fetchland. Yeah, we'll do that as a copy of Fetchland. And then if they have a Wasteland, they'll be able to waste us now. We also have a 3-3 in play. Liliana is bad here for us. Stuff like Fatal Push is also bad for us. That's a good draw. Unfortunately, they've ran us out of lands, so crop rotation right now doesn't do anything, but future crop rotations gives us some sinkhole protection. If they discard us and we get to choose, we're going to discard the swords. I haven't found anything swordsable yet, and they're going to start drawing cards soon with the castle. Yeah, that's the smallpox, so discard the swords to plowshares, sacrifice them. That was the card I was talking about before that I didn't remember the name of. So now a land is an okay draw here. Knights, it's not a land. Oh, if we have a land, we can go for flagstones to isolate us in the future. Double Knight. I think that they have Liliana in their deck, which is unfortunate. There's the flagstones face up. Do we crop rotate the flagstones? Yes, we do. Oh, that's a tabernacle. So we are going to crop rotate the flagstones here. We're going to do that. So we're going to go for plateau, I guess. Or we should probably have got the plains there to isolate against wasteland. But we have another flagstones to go and get that. So now we just don't want to draw the... Well, that's not the worst either. It's a 9/9. It's humongous. If a smallpox comes, it's going to die. Smallpox here is really good for them. Getting both of the knights. Yeah, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard to recover from. Yeah, I could, with them having, they are keeping their tabernacle. Could have gone Yavimaya, exactly Yavimaya, and then the tabernacle wouldn't have been a problem. Now we're definitely gonna go for Dried Arbor. Start gaining some beats down. Sure. Using that. 11 turn clock. That's a wasteland. Here we're gonna get rid of the swamps. They can have their plains. Guess one argument there is that they might have another one in hand. It's a legendary land. Yeah, pay for you. Do you know what that is? That's half the clock or double the clock, whatever. No, half the clock. It's gonna cost us a lot with the tabernacle. There's the second Urbog. Dark Ritual. That's Liliana. They make a sacrifice. I'm definitely copying. Yeah, let's copy it. Now we get to kill the Lily. Let's see the draw here. Mesavith. That's not best, but it's a mana source. So we got to kill the Lily with Dried Arbor. That should probably just a plus Lily. Oh, Mishra's Factory. Now we're getting scrappy. Let's see. Let's pay 1, and then we're going to copy something else now when the factory is out. So we're going to keep Thespian State, Dried Arbor up here. Let's see. Let's play around Wasteland. No, I want the Mesavith up so they don't have a attacker. All right. So now we're going to make the Dried Arbor basic forest. And now we're just looking for a Dark Depths or something else in those ways. Is it surgical or are they pausing on our upkeep? Excavator is quite nice. Well, I'll take that one. We can go for Dark Depths. And then we have a route to the combo. Let's see. Bridge, Liliana, sure. They're going to make us sacrifice the excavator. We'll sacrifice the excavator and then we'll make Dark Depths. And we are keeping that one there. Yep, go to sideboard. Cataclysm, anyone? No? Alright. Get Lost for Liliana. Endurance to shuffle the graveyard back in. God, we don't have anything for this game. I'll take an Endurance because it's a beat stick. Just take away the Vexing Bauble because it doesn't do anything. Keep all the lands in. I could see an argument. Let's bring in a Deafening Silence. It turns off their Dark Rituals a little bit. So let's bring in a Deafening Silence. I don't know how much targeted removal they have. If we want to get rid of Reflexes, probably Plow. I think Plow, they might bring in Voidwalkers, but we're going to take away 2 Plows and bring in 1 Get Lost. It lasts a little bit more straightforward. They didn't show us any Loam or something like that, so I don't think Fairy Macabre will be a card for us. We'll see if we need to reevaluate that one later on. Same goes for Force of Vigor. That would be if they play Ensnaring Bridge. We haven't seen that yet. I think this is how we'll go for it. All right, if we manage to fade the turn 1 discard 2 on my cards card, this is a good way to go. We're going to dump out 2 Reclaimers. We're going to play a Dark Depths, or we're going to discard a Dark Depths. They probably have Surgical in, but I don't mind them surgicaling that. This hand gives us a way to kind of punch through in other ways, just getting them down on mana, maybe dropping a Knight next turn if they don't double discard us. If they double discard us, that's fine as well. Yeah, that's okay. That's kind of why we had dropped 2 of the Reclaimers. So we're gonna grab a Talon Gates, and then we're gonna have that up. And then we'll have Talon Gates up so we can go for Flagstones. If we need to discard, we can discard the Boots. Flagstones is a good card here. All right, let's go for Flagstones. So we're gonna find our Flagstones here. Wasteland us if you want to. And then if we get a land, we get a Knight. Yep, that's a land. That's a Knight. And then we attack. All right, and then we have Merit eventually up here. See if they play a Liliana. We'll be a little bit sad on what we get rid of, but we're going to get rid of the Reclaimer. The Knight is already a 6/6. Yeah, that's a good card. All right, what can we do here? Play Allow Spore Boots and equip it. I think so. I don't think we're going to attack the Liliana this turn. Instead, if they don't play a Wasteland now, we're going to go for Urza Saga. So we're going to go for Saga to get something going there as well. Because Saga equip Boots next turn is quite a nice play. Unfortunately, we can't discard or we can't sack the Flagstones. So here we want the Urza Saga. Mana here would be good. That's not mana, but it's a good card. So we attack Liliana and then play a second Knight. They're going to animate Factory and block, probably. I mean, if we knew that we were going to draw Knight here, we wouldn't have gone for Saga, of course, but you never know. I just want to get game pieces down on the board before they get ahead. Now we're also getting close to lethal with the Knights, so they're going to go after the Saga, and then we're going to sack. So we're going to sack a creature. We can sack the one that's summoning sick, and then they're going to Wasteland the Saga, I guess. So we're kind of back to parity. Yeah. Endurance, that's good. We might as well attack because we can't go for anything in our land toolbox. Now they're dead next turn unless they draw into some kind of removal. If they draw into removal, we're going to have a good game, or we're going to have a longer game. Yeah, that Saga play wasn't good, but we managed to squeeze it anyway. I just wanted to get some more pieces on the board. Should probably gone for kind of Flagstones to build up the mana a little bit more. But we managed to get that one. So 2-0. All right. We are paired for round 3. We're going to win the die roll. Keep this hand. Turn 1 Reclaimer, off a basic forest into turn 2 Flagstones. We like those. So we're going to fetch a basic forest and then play the Reclaimer. That's the turn. Back to kind of a Reclaimer discussion we've been having for a while is that sometimes you want to play them bolt proof. We can't do that here. This is white mana and Prismatic Ending. Feels like a control pile. Here I like going for Flagstones and then Savannah or something like that next turn. Keep Endurance up. This is Jeskai control, or if it's blue-white control, we don't really know. I'm getting some back to basics vibes here as well. Leading on 2 basics. This is just blue-white control straight up. Blue-white control is kind of an annoying deck. Yeah, well, you can have your Prismatic Ending back. Ooh, Saga's a good draw. We actually have 2 Sagas here as well because we have the Echoing Deeps in hand. We'll see if we can make anything happen here. If they play back to basics, we are just going to get 1 token, and I guess that's fine. All right, now it's time to do some cantripping. So I'm not playing out Knight of the Reliquary here. It's I have a beat stick in. I want to have some Terminus protection up, and now when we have a Saga going, we can do something with that. If it's a back to basics deck, oh, it's a Teferi deck. Are they going to bounce Saga or Endurance? They're bouncing Endurance. Yeah, I guess that's fine. So here, one card we need to start playing around is Wrath of the Skies, because Wrath of the Skies is a blowout for Urza's Saga, and would be an argument for us to play a Knight of the Reliquary in this board. But I'm gonna wait and see if I can dodge Wrath of the Skies and then go for Knight and some Saga tokens. Or Knight with boots if we get a search from Saga. Here I've also been able to make it so we can keep Dryad Arbor up as a fetchable option. We can start chipping on the Teferi, but I would prefer not to go for it because I want some mana sources now to do some stuff with. We still have Wrath of the Skies as an annoying card. They can play it at an instant speed. It's probably an instant anyway, so we'll see. That's a Swords to Plowshares. All right, we'll make another Saga token. And then we're going to go searching. We'll search up the boots. Go for a basic plains. Equip the boots, both on Teferi feels like. See if they have Wrath of the Skies. They did. And then here we're going to create a new Saga. So Wrath of the Skies is making blue-white a valuable strategy. Is this when they go back to basics now? Back to basics would be unfortunate. Yep, that's back to basics. So maybe... No, there isn't any basics there, so I was thinking about maybe we should have copied a basic instead, but this allows us, if we get to untap with a Saga, we are going to be able to go for Mox Diamond at least, and that helps us with our mana, at least until Teferi decides to bounce the Diamond, but I still think that's okay. And do I have something against the search here, or red? Red is kind of dangerous. So here we're going to bog them, even though it would be nice to have the bog to get the diamond in play next turn. And then play Knight, see if that one gets to live. I doubt so. You're bouncing it. Playing Tamiyo. We'll plow Tamiyo. I think that's worth a Savannah. See if we get Force here maybe. They do have Hardcast Force up, but then we'll get to resolve the Knight, or... We could also plow Tamiyo here. It's just bad if they have ending, because then we need an untapped mana source. But I just don't want them to flip that game piece. So we'll plow it there. And then if they have ending, too bad for us. Because then we're getting crappy mana. I hate this kind of matchup where I need to bring in Force of Vigor, but just for 1 card. I need to keep in removal, but just for 1 card. 4 Therilingas, Lorien Revealed, 6 cards in hand. We're probably dead. Yeah, we'll play 1 or 2 more turns, but this isn't looking good for us. We need to get something running here. Is it 4 Therilingas now, or that must be the win con, right? Yep, there it is. Yeah, this isn't looking good for us. Sanctuary for Therilingas. No. Sanctuary Force of Will. Draw the Force of Will. Alright, let's see if you have another blue card. Or I don't know if they need to force this. I probably should. We'll get to untap all my mana, otherwise I can't do that much with it. Being me away from that, I think is a good plan. They still have 5 cards. Okay, they're gonna let me destroy their back to basics. That either tells me that they have another back to basics, or that they're confident that they'll win from this position, and frankly they should be. I just want to see what we can do here. Unfortunately, we can't block with the Liberator and prevent damage because they have trample. Second Teferi. Why don't you draw a card with the first one first? I'm clear. Because you're in such a commanding position that you are going to win anyway. Probably is the correct answer to that question. Is it second back to basics? Brainstorm. I think we're on a no-outer here, but we'll see. They still have Force of Will in hand. Yeah, these control piles are really challenging for this deck. At least we have Minskaboo and Pyroblasts. Oh, yeah, they bounced our guy. I passed priority. Yeah, we'll concede this game. I should have paid more attention, but we're kind of dead anyway, so I don't know. Pyroblast. Here I think we'll bring in Cataclysm, see if we can go after their mana. Get Lost. Fatigue, Choke, 1 or 2 Force of Vigors, 1 Force of Vigor, Endurance. Let's see. We're gonna shave the Vexing Bauble, the boots, even though they can allow us to go for a quick merit. We're gonna say shave 1 crop rotation, at least 2 plows. Now, normally you want to take away some Mox Diamonds, but back to basics makes you want to keep them in. But ending, it's such a blowout. No, or we could do like this. We could take out all the Swords to Plowshares and then keep Caracas in for Tameo. Talon Gates is good here. It allows us to survive the Wrath of Skies. Do we have Saga in when Wrath of Skies is so devastating? Or do we take out Saga? No, we're going to take out Maze of Ith. Something like that. I do like shaving on crop rotations against Force of Will control decks that don't play Wasteland. Yeah, we'll try this. Maybe have 1 Mox. If we're going for the Cataclysm plan, do we want 1 more diamond in? We'll try this. I'm going to be on the play. We're going to keep this hand. It allows us to go turn 1 Reclaimer, turn 2 Reclaimer, turn 3 Knight. We're going to go off of basic forest. Play Reclaimer. They might plow it. So be it. Or ending it. We're not going for a Tundra directly, so that tells us that either they want us to play into Back to Basics or they don't really care about Back to Basics. Do we go Wasteland, sand it for Dryad Arbor? Yeah, let's do that. So let's sand it for Dryad Arbor before they know that we're going to Wasteland them, and then we will punish them that they went for the Tundra. Wasteland is also one of these cards that we could shave in this matchup because they play on so many basics, but they seem like they have bad mana here. And so bad mana, in this case, I would normally want to go and Wasteland them here to turn off their cantrips. So I'll do that. Let's continue going after their mana. We shouldn't be able to do that against this deck, but we'll try. Probably have a Force of Will anyway for our Knight. No mana. We'll go for Knight. They'll force it, and then they won't force it. All right. Now I'm feeling good. Go for GWx, I guess. Oh, or we could... We can't play a protected Lage. Because we can't play a protected Lage, we're going to go for Teague here. Turn off some of the outs that they might have. Might as well attack with the Arbor. And then protect our Teague with GWx Depth. Terminus is off now. Force of Will is off. Ortholingus is off. This isn't the board you want to play Ortholingus. Yeah, great. So we got to punish them with Wasteland. I don't think that we're supposed to be able to do that. But we did it anyway. Do I want to take away Wasteland now? Bring in another Mox? Yeah, I think so. As I said, I don't really like Mox in the game, but I still think that to execute some parts of our game plan, we're going to need it. Here's the Cataclysm, but it's not a Cataclysm that's accelerated. So what does this hand do? It loses to a turn 3 Teferi. It loses to Force of Will. Yeah, we're going to mulligan this one. We'll keep this. Here, I like bottoming the GWx Depth. Then going turn 1 Reclaimer, probably. So going turn 1 Safekeeper. They try to remove Safekeeper. We don't have any good answer to that, so we're gonna go. We want to have Flagstones down when we have Safekeeper down. Those are best buddies in this game. So that's what we want to do, and that's why we are going to start with turn 1 Reclaimer. Just throw it under the bus, and then if we have Safekeeper and we can go for GWx, Dress Down is the only really annoying permanent that we're worried on after that. We would like to hit another land drop. So Forest, Reclaimer. You always want to see a Force of Will on Reclaimer. That's the card that you want to see. Instead, they're going to try to end Reclaimer, probably. End or Plow. What of the removal spells do you want to spend? So do we go for Safekeeper? If they take away Reclaimer, we could also Green Sun Sand it for something to make them use their force. But we are going to go for the Safekeeper. I think that the upside is big enough that if we were able to keep Safekeeper in here, we can protect against some other removal. No Teferi, that's good. That's a Caracas. Here's also one of those situations where we want to keep Reclaimer up, but we also want to go for GWx. But if they have Dress Down, GWx is really not where we want to go. We could also be interested in kind of building out our mana as well, because building out our mana allows us to have both Crop Rotation and Reclaimer up. So we'll do Crop Rotation and Reclaimer. Attack with Safekeeper. I think it's a free attack. It also gets more of our land cards into our graveyard, which isn't completely wrong. What don't we want to see here? Ortholingus is annoying. 4th Urlingus, we can block one of the tokens and sacrifice some lands to get our Reclaimer a little bit bigger. And then we can get Lost, the token that they keep, back on defense and try to grab the Monarch. They have 6 cards. That's so many cards. Here, if they try to remove something, we're going to try to activate Reclaimer, so they need to commit double removal, sacrificing the flagstones. Didn't I board Caracas out? Maybe I boarded the wrong land out. I meant to board Caracas out. Back to basics. Yeah, that's okay. Grab a plains, grab another flagstones. That's a choke. So here we're attacking with Safekeeper again. And then in their end step, we're going to try to get Lost their back to basics. See if that gets us anywhere. Get Lost or back to basics. See if they start cantripping here with their islands, so we can get something off choke. I'm not 100% sure that we are going to resolve a Get Lost against 6 cards, but I sure want to try. If we don't resolve Get Lost and we don't draw a land for choke, Green Sun Saniting for 1, that's rest in peace. Yeah, sure. I'm not sure if that hurts them more than it hurts me. I'm going to try, I guess, the last loss. That worked. So I think that it resolved fast enough for us to play choke. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe playing choke there is maybe one a Green Sun, still Green Sun for Kadok. I mean, if they play Teferi Bounce choke, that's annoying. If they play Teferi Bounce choke, that's annoying. They can go for a second back to basics. That means that they are going to be back on island. We just replay the choke if Teferi bounces and hope that they don't have a counter spell. So that's for 1. Sure. Here we can Green Sun for Knight and keep it protected with the step. We'll play Mox Diamond. Discard Dark Depths. Green Sun for Knight of the Reliquary. And here we're going to keep crop rotation up. Crop rotate flagstones. We don't get to search a land for flagstones. That's a little bit annoying. We can go for step or Talon Gates here. They need 2 layers of protection. Yeah, they had 2 layers. Probably because we had the Safekeeper down for such a long time. It's not completely unexpected. Saga's good. Saga keep endurance up. There's a flash threat. Try to get some stuff on the board here. We don't want to overcommit, but still we want to start forcing their hand a little bit, seeing if making them need to react. All right, that's good. Here we can go for either Teague or Liberator. I think that we go for Teague because we need to keep Liberator a mana up for Liberator to kind of get value for that. So we'll go for Gato Teague. Turn off some of the higher costed spells here. Ending on choke, a little bit annoying, but on this board, I guess it's okay. They played an island. Is it a second back to basics? Yeah, they just don't want to get hit by Saga, or they want to get hit by Saga, but they want to start limiting us. We're kind of in top deck, so I don't think that we have anything to lose here. Let's see. We boarded out. Mox Diamond is a bad draw here, so we'll go for it. And then that's that. All right. Excellent. Yeah, I'm struggling. I usually struggle against Control. In this game here, we were able to counteract their plans. We survived a back to basics. We landed our choke. They didn't have that much counter magic. I wonder if they boarded out some of their Force of Wills. I'm a little bit unsure, but always nice with the victory. Let's go towards the next game. All right, next game. We are going to be on the draw with a hand that we're going to keep. It's not fantastic, but it has some upsides. If we draw into Knight, something like that, we're going to be able to, oh, mama, that's okay. Unfortunately, we're going to have to remove the Mother of the Runes. No, we can do this off basics. So we're going to go for a basic forest, a Reclaimer, play Mox Diamond, and here we're going to discard the Dryad Arbor, and then plow the Mother. It's a creature we don't want to plow. I mean, we want to plow it because it's annoying, but we want to plow other stuff as well. But the reason for doing that, of course, is that otherwise we will never be able to plow anything again, and we can't keep protected stuff open there. Let's see if we can get out a wasteland from them. We also have a route here to crop rotating for merit, but it's hard. They play Solitude. There's some other stuff that we need to worry about. They have no place here. Do we go for... I don't want to go for a crop rotating. Could crop rotate for a Saga, I guess. Yeah, let's crop rotate for a Saga. saga. Get something going. At least we're going to get one construct out of this. Unfortunately, so one reason here for not going for the saga is that we want to be able to crop rotate it away if they wasteland it. Oh, you got that little doggy. Let's see if you have any value engines going with it. You know what we're going to do to that little doggy? Oh, they can do that with I never even thought about that. That's a good play. I was going to say that we can bounce that little doggy with Caracas. Oh, we should have blocked it. No, we're going to bounce it with Caracas because we're going to rotate away the Ursa Saga anyway. Well, that's not what we wanted to see. All right, let's get a Vexing Bauble so we can draw a card. We're going to equip the Lava Spur Boots here. Fight against removal. Yeah, no, sorry. Mother doesn't protect against Caracas, so this is an anti-doggy plan. So doggy goes up to the hand. We know that we're not getting wastelanded this turn, but we're not in great shape. We need to start hitting land drops for Green Sun Sanit or something else. Recruiter for Solitude, maybe. They have the Sky Noodle. I should have seen that being on reveal. I need to get them, just not used to the client, so... Oh, White Orchid thing. I guess White Orchid thing is okay. We will give the stuff pro white and then attack. So they're going to go after Caracas here. In that case, let's go for the Reclaimer or the Safekeeper, and I will go for the Reclaimer. We need to get another Caracas going, otherwise our poor little construct will be exiled. At least we, yeah, that's also unfortunate. But it gives us another turn with construct beats. Here I'm actually thinking that if I draw land, I'm going to play the diamond, depending a little bit on what land it is. Oh, that's an Outland Liberator. All right, let's attack. Artifact, that's not a color. I can't give my stuff protection. Oh, they are interested in the trade. I will offer the trade because one of the reasons for offering the trade here is that I'm going to cycle the Vexing Bauble eventually. And we'll play the Liberator. They're going to play the White Plume Orchid thing. I'm going to cycle the Vexing Bauble, draw a card, and we will see. I drew a land. I will go for a Plains. And now they have the doggy up. Minsk. We haven't seen Minsk yet. It would be nice to see Minsk or Knight. Knight is also nice. Knight equip boots. If they have a plow, they need to use it. And now they exile the doggy. Maybe they have two doggies. Who knows? Sure, so they did have the Solitude we were a little bit worried about before. No use attacking. It has flying. It has first strike. It can get protection. They had two doggies, yeah. But in this board, yeah, they can bounce their White Orchid and start machine gunning our lands. Unfortunately, our Taiga is the only way for us to... Oh, they have more of them. Yeah, I'll shuffle my deck. Yeah, this game is over. Forced them to use the Mother here. They didn't even think of doing that. I think that they know that they're so far ahead that they don't need to. Well, at least that's a playable magic card. We'll suit up. Do you know what's not good against flying first strike? 2-1 with haste and ward. So they'll attack us for 6. You can recruit for something. Is it another doggy? Or do you have anything else in your toolbox? It is another doggy. This is an aggressive slanted deck. Let's see if we can draw into something good. Maze of Ith qualifies as something okay. Cataclysm is an old card that Death and Taxes used to play. I don't know if they do that anymore, but it's actually a card that I'm thinking about bringing in against the Death and Taxes. Yeah, we'll take it. Take it. Oh, I should have maced something. Yeah, I don't know. Playing loose and sloppy is something that we're used to. That's a Sanit. Let's at least make them work for it. Let's see that dog. There you are. Good doggy, good doggy. I should have 2 lives. I should be 2 lives up, but I don't think that will matter. That exile stuff is quite annoying with the Merit Lage as well. We really need to be able to keep up some protection and stuff like that. What are you bouncing? You're bouncing Recruiter of the Guard, of course. We're going to block there. We're going to block there. We're going to block there. And then we will mace one of the flyers. They're saving the dog, of course. I don't know. There's a world where we double block the dog, but I'm not sure that that's a world where I want to live. Let's see. What are you getting here? Another Solitude? Yeah. Bye-bye, Reclaimer. I hardly knew you. Yeah, we're not going to win this one. Here I'm missing the triple path to exile that we played in the previous list. I usually don't bring in endurance as blockers, but this more aggressive slanted build with flyers with first strike might warrant it. So Vexing Bauble I don't like. Well, yeah. It is Solitude Protection though, but it turns off our Mox Diamonds, but our Mox Diamonds aren't that great. Yeah, we'll see where we end up. I'm not sure that Cataclysm is the right card for this match anyway, but we'll see. Here's also, here one cut could also be Minskimbu, with the argument of us needing to be a little bit faster, and it also makes us less reliant on the red splash. The thing is, I like to have something that can both handle stuff and put stuff on the board. What are some other cuts that we can think about? We're talking about the Mox Diamonds not being the best here with the dog. Endurance not being the best card just as a blocker. Cataclysm, let's see. It could be a board where that's good, and there could be a board where that's not good. Yeah, I'll just bring in one and try it out. And then go down on one Mox. Play it like that. I would like to start, please. Well, that's a crappy hand. We need to mulligan this. Thank you, Mox Diamond, for saving me. This is a really crappy hand as well. The Liberator being glued to my hand, laughing and saying, "You should have taken me out of the deck." Yeah, we need to mulligan this. Liberator. We'll keep this. It's not good, but we are only out here is to go for a quick unprotected Merit Lage. This is so bad. Go for an unprotected quick Merit Lage. Come on. That's not going to work against a big hand of cards with that little... I don't want to use bad words. I'm not happy. I am not happy at all. Maybe we can trick them into not knowing how the Lage works. Here, actually, well, at least I have an answer to that. Wasteland. Yeah, this is such a bad hand. And they're ticking up the vial now as well. Not good. Not good at all. So what are we fearing here? We want to go for the combo before the vial ticks up. Yes, you can play the Vexing. Oh, is it for the Moxes they keep that one there? Or I'm a little bit unsure. All right. Yes, that's also a legal magic play. Caldram. We will play the Dark Depths. We will play around Caractacus. We will not play around Wasteland. We need to choose one thing to play around with. Play the white thing that can block here. There's a 2-turn play. They're drawing a card. Solitude. But I just can't. I don't think that I'm going to win this game if I don't go for it. Unprotected. I don't like unprotected Merit Lages. At least we're gonna gain 20 life if Plow is there. Oh, they're gonna let us untap. Oh, they're letting us untap. That's great. Can we attack? Can we? Please let us attack. If they flash in a blocker, I'm going to go for the step. No comments. I will be taking no comments after that. We will submit our game. It was Dech. It was perfect. Outland Liberator was the all-star of that game. I regret saying I will never go for an unprotected Merit Lage ever again. No basics. What does this hand do? It goes turn 1 Savannah, keep up crop rotation. Turn 2 Boots. Turn 3 nah, this is too slow. One land. Yeah, we're gonna keep this. Bottom that worthless Cataclysm card that shouldn't be in the deck. Oh, they don't have the turn 1 Mother of Runes at least. Safekeeper is huge. If we're able to get a land that can do something with a Safekeeper, that's gonna be really, really good. They probably kept some kind of removal in this hand to us winning the last one. Yeah, Solitude, exiling Solitude. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll go Safekeeper, I guess. Wasteland. Playing out a Wasteland here. We play out a Wasteland. If they go to waste our Wasteland, we will crop rotate it away for a Flagstones or a Savannah, probably a Flagstones. We might actually crop rotate the Wasteland away in the end step anyway. The only thing is that Wasteland is one of the routes to the combo, but we need to get our mana up and working. The best thing that could happen here is that they Wasteland our Wasteland. Well, no, there are other things that can happen that are great. Okay, they're going for Recruiter. That's not a Wasteland for a Wasteland. Are they going going for Mother of Runes or one of the annoying 2-drops that they play nowadays. Yeah, that's one of the annoying 2-drops that they play nowadays. This isn't the way that you want to use a crop rotation. Maybe I should have rethought that there, but I do need to get something up and running here. Well, Plateau was a good draw. So we know one of the cards in hand. We are going to pay a Knight of the Reliquary, even though it's not protected, and we have the protection spell in hand. The reason for this is that we want to start getting something done here. Our mana is going to start being attacked. So I think that we have kind of a room here to sneak something through, which we're doing with the Knight. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's see. Play Sylvan Safekeeper. And then we keep Knight of the Reliquary up. Or do we start going attacking with Knight of the Reliquary? Let's see. Can flash in a total of 4 power. We can attack that. That would cost them 2 cards. Or we go Knight, hold Knight up for Forest. Yeah, we have some cool Legolas tricks we can do here. So we'll actually keep the Knight up. So we can go Knight, sack Forest. Let's see what they do with so they're destroying the flagstones. We'll allow that. Go for a Plains. And then we'll use Flagstone's ability. Go for a Savannah. And here we're going to keep Legolas up. All right, now we have the dog. Don't want them to flash Recruiter, and we don't want them to flash the White Orchid, so killing the dog here is probably the right call. Although if they do attack, we can get both the dog and the White Orchid thing. It will cost us a land. No, it won't even cost us a land because we're going to sack that land anyway. Yeah, you can enter combat. All right, so they are going to... That would have been a bad situation for them to find some kind of interaction, because now we're quite good. And here I guess that we take the 2 damage, or it's a little bit unnecessary. Yeah, it's unnecessary to take the 2 damage. It's just if they have the bounce. It didn't. Right now I feel a lot better. Here we go for... Windswept Heath. I was thinking about going for Saga there, but I think that we'll just go for the Heath. I think that's a good exchange of things that happened for us. And here I think that we should try to end the game. Even though keeping protection is good, we need to go to end the game. We'll actually even pump it a little bit. I don't want to attack with the Safekeeper because that's what we have protecting our Knight right now. Keeping it at 3. Is that Skyclave Apparition maybe or something else? That's an annoying card. Yes, please attack with Recruiter. Oh my god. I play against Vile all the time. Maybe they have a way to bounce it already, which allows them to make that as a free attack. Oh, Exorcist. I haven't seen that one for a while. All right. Sure. I'll sacrifice a land and give the Knight protection. I see. Let's get a target on that one. Yeah, we're kind of all in already, so let's give that Shroud. All right, that was okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna choose a target for that. And then we block the Recruiter. The Knight's a 10/10. We're gonna go for another land, so Safekeeper can do stuff. Is annoying, so we'll attack with those 2 there. We have a chump block. We're a Sajir step away from winning this game, maybe? Kind of depends a little bit. They're going towards Solitude now. Do we have any white sources left? We have the 2 is gone. Yeah, we do. We have a white source. To be able to have that white source up, we need keep Knight up, and we need to start attacking with Knight. We're kind of in a scrappy game right now, where they're going to give their creature first strike. We're a top deck land away from winning this. They're probably, if they have a Solitude now, they're getting this up because they don't have Sky Nomad in hand, I think. I haven't really followed that. Even if they do have Sky Noodle in hand, we'll probably be able to get through that. Yeah, that's not the card we want to see. They're a land away from having Sky Noodle in hand, and we're a land away from removing the Mother of the Ruins. They're getting some cards in hand here. I should probably be attacking with the Dryad Arbor as well. All right. All right, I have nothing. That's not a land. It doesn't seem like that, at least. All right, that's a blocker for the endurance. So they can block with Mother of the Runes. If I attack with the Safekeeper, they can block with the Mother of the Runes. So we're gonna do like that. Get rid of one of their white. Oh yeah, first strike. I don't know how first strike works. If we lose this one, it's all on me. Yeah, attack either does anything. We haven't really drawn any good playable cards for a while. Now they're gonna have the Sky Noodle in hand. No, now they're going for Solitude. Yeah, and that's the game. Probably. We'll see. Yeah, there was some turn there where we could have done a little bit different. Yeah, this one doesn't feel good. I'll play a turn or two more. Yeah, it was kind of a little bit unfortunate here in the end where we just needed like one mana source and we win that game. On the other hand, we're down a lot of mana sources as well, so it's not like it's totally unexpected. But I mean, with the plow there, it's also, yeah, instead of going for the forest, sacking the plains, we could have sacked the forest, and then we'd have plow open as well. Yeah, we're not winning this one. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think that, I mean, we were still in a game where we maybe weren't supposed to be in the game, but it's also a little bit annoying because it felt like we had the position there and then we drew 7 blanks in a row, something like that. 7, 8 blanks in a row. We needed one more land, drop a Mox Diamond, plow the mom, and then we'd wipe up their board. So yeah, that was a little bit annoying, but that's the way it works sometimes. So we still have chance for 4-1, which is a good result. We'll be back for the next round. All right, time for the final round. We are on the draw. We have a hand here that we're going to keep. This goes turn 1 Reclaimer and Bobble, or turn 1 Reclaimer and Crop Rotation, a little bit depending on what deck we seem to be facing. This is going to be Bobble into Reclaimer. So we're going to start with Mox Diamond, discard Dark Depths, play a Vexing Bobble. Here we'll go for Savannah. Play the Reclaimer, which is now not forcible, but removable in other ways. And we'll see what we're up against. It's maybe the Riskaminator or the Frog. Frog Tribal. 2 basics scares me a little bit. So do I round off my colors? Is it? Oh, Stifle. Yeah, that's Stifle's a card. Cancel, cancel. Abort, abort. I accidentally pressed the multi-priority pass, but we made it back. All right, I guess we go for Flagstones to draw a mana source, a non-stifleable mana source, maybe. That's not a non-stifle. Maybe we should have drawn a card there. It's hard to know how much the Vexing Bobble turns off. They go Entomb. Bowmasters, yeah, that's okay. Surprisingly non-effective card against this kind of strategy. I mean, my kind of strategy. Cling to Dusk. Sure. Wasteland. Yeah, we're going for Cycle of the Vexing Bobble in the end step. That was a good stifle, though. They get to ping us 1 and make their orc army grow, but that's okay. Stifle? Yeah, that was a good card to draw through. Another Mox Diamond. I don't know, maybe 4 Mox Diamonds is 1 Mox Diamond too much. Days, Force of Will, whatever do you want? Fatal Push, something else? No, not this. The old bounce, little tempo. We're gonna play the Knight of the Reliquary here. We're gonna force to will it. They had the Stifle in hand. We're gonna waste our Thespian Stage. That's okay. They have 1 card in hand plus the Brazen Borrower in exile. They have some small creatures attacking. They have a Cling to Dusk as well. I'm still going for the high value play here, which is the Knight of the Reliquary. Although it doesn't really have that much to sacrifice right now, but it holds the ground a little bit better. Yeah, we're against the really aggressive tempo strategy, which is going to drop a flyer soon. Flyer is very annoying. Is this a blast matchup? Probably. Oh, not Oro. Yeah. This deck feels really sweet. We'll play the Reclaimer. We're gonna Wasteland their Tropical Island. We're gonna play a Caracas. And then let's pass the turn. They're gonna Cling to Dust. No, they're gonna Hedge Maze. Cling to Dust is a sorcery. No, it's an instant. So what do you want to waste? Our Caracas? Sure, that's okay. And then they can attack with nothing. We're gonna play a Flyer. Now we need to start doing something about the flyer. So we're going to flagstones for Mazavith, because otherwise we're going to be dead to that in 2 turns. Wasteland kills us. There's a lot that kills us. If we can get them to attack with everything here, that would be great. We could not get them to attack with everything. They're too good for that. Oh no, no. The flashback of the Uro thing is getting close as well. Do we play? Yeah, well, we know we can get this without any problem. They're going to waste the Mazavith if they're going to waste anything. Here, I'm going to... So I need to bog them now. No, I can't bog them now because then they'll just attack me for lethal. They have an opportunity to stick an Uro here, which is very annoying. Because if they don't do anything here, I think that we need to go for flagstones. But I would want to go for bog to kind of shore up that they and exile the Uro, so I know that they can't get us with it. But if they're able to find a land, that's really annoying because then they'll just be able to play. It's a fetch land. They play it post combat. 4 mana. What's 4 mana? Cling to Dust. Targeting the stage. Sure. There's the land. So now we need to go. This time we'll remember to maze. Now we need to go for the bog. That's unfortunate. But we really can't afford the Uro. Stifle wins them. Is that what you drew? Also unfortunate is that if they have a black source to go for, they'll get 1 less Cling to Dust on the way out. Draw themselves a card with by exiling their Uro or my knight. Is it your graveyard? From a graveyard, yeah. Alright, they let us do it. That's good. Maybe they don't have any fetchable black sources, or maybe they thought that wasn't a prioritized target. Or maybe they drew a fatal push. So many options. Hello, Endurance. You will be good eventually. You will be able to ambush the Brazen Borrower in combat. So we're gonna grab a step and start rebuilding in this game. Another Survey land. Orcish Bowmasters is also bad for us here. We'll see if they start attacking with everything. In that case, we're probably dead. They did not. All right, let's go valuing. Let's get the step. No, sorry, not the step, the flagstones. Let's start building out our mana. These last games, we've been really bad at drawing mana. Well, not bad, I guess. We've been wastelanded and stuff. So we are doing Ponder here in our end step here. They pondered second main. I guess that... are they out of removal? I don't know. So let's see what happens. Of course it's a frog deck. They're all frogs now. Here we need to go for... We don't have any Savannah anymore. So we go for Plateau or Plains. We'll go for Plains just to be able to get ourselves a little bit wasteland proof. And then I guess that we go for a Yavimaya, even though it helps them. Or we go for a forest. Yeah, we'll go for a forest. Forest allows us to cast Endurance. A land here would be good because then we could play our own days or play our Reclaimer. We're not going to be able to play our own days here, unfortunately. But they're going to give their flag frying at flying. They're going to give their frog frying. Well, they're going to give it flying, which means that they're going to discard days, maybe? No, they could give it flying without discarding days. Oh, they were attacking with everything. Do you have the days? You do have the days. No, I'm not going to pay for it. I'm going to die. Yeah, that was... not the best game ever. It feels like they're Reanimator, but without the reanimating package. So I think Pyroblast is okay. Choke seems good. Endurance seems good. We're gonna step off the Macabres, so we're not gonna get those. Get Lost is interesting as well. They do have creatures, but they're good creatures. Take away the Liberator. I didn't see the scam package, so I'll take away the Vexing Bauble. I like maybe shaving on one diamond for the grindy aspect of the game. Even though now when we're bringing in all of these blasts, I think that it's okay to keep it in. Unfortunately, we don't have that many tech lands that we can go and shave. Usually you can either shave Maze of Ith or Bog, but I like both of them in this game. Maybe Get Lost is a little bit too cute. Minskambu. Do we like you? I mean, it's a really nice card. Getting it down on an empty board. But they have evasion creatures. Do they keep their Bowmasters in or not? Do we want the Ramenup Excavator in, maybe? Maybe that's the cut. They have a lot of basics. The boots I can also see. But the boots are nice to have to get with Saga. It's good to have kind of one target at least. Could see going down on a crop rotation, even though it's a wasteland matchup. And then... Dry Dryad Arbor because they are? No, I never cut Dryad Arbor. It's the last match of the league. I can't figure out the last cuts. We will keep it all. This hand isn't good enough. This hand isn't good, but we will not keep it. Dech, you're killing me. Yeah, well, it was a nice 3-2. Happy that you came and listened and watched me play. Minor annoying, but it felt like the deck didn't quite... No, I'm sorry. It's still a game to play. There are 7 card hands that lose to this. The ones that start with Ponder, maybe? Yeah, that's one of them. Ponder, that means... Do we go for second Reclaimer or do we open ourselves up to Stifle? But if we go pass, keeping Reclaimer activation up and opening us up for Stifle, they still need to keep 1 mana up to make that play. Because the other option is to go Green Sun for second Reclaimer or for Sylvan Safekeeper, but problem with that play is that another Reclaimer on this board isn't good or isn't what I want to. I think that's going to be a Dryad Arbor eventually. And here we go, Reclaimer, sack Savannah, go for Flagstones. Probably played the other Savannah. Does it matter? I don't know. Is this Bowmaster or Frog or... Yeah, no, we sack the Plains. Go for Flagstones. Removal on Reclaimer, maybe? Bounce. Shoot the Sheriff. We're playing all the spice. All the spice in the world. Here we are gonna send it for 1. Get second Reclaimer. Wish that we had a red mana Pyroblast. Alright, okay. Mono removal. Sorry. Alright. Endurance. What do we do on this board? Hers is annoying. Yeah, let's just use our mana. If we draw into red mana next turn, we're gonna want to do something regarding the frog anyway, so we might as well. And now we're making it harder for the frog to fly. That's something to do against the frog. Yeah, we might as well. Bye-bye, froggy. Get some beats in. I'm still not sure that this is game is winnable. We have a Mox Diamond in hand. That's not good enough. They play cards that I want to play, like Brainstorm. But yeah, there's always a chance. What's a good draw for us here? Choke, maybe? Choke would be sweet. Taiga's not that sweet. Do we even play the Taiga is the question. If we play the Taiga, they're gonna crew the hearse. They kept the Bowmasters in. I mean, yeah, I want to see the board plan. I don't know why you keep the Bowmasters in. It can't be for situations like this. I don't know. I just don't see the reasoning for the Bowmasters there. But I don't know. I haven't played this matchup that much. Maybe I should play around it, but still I need to do something to try to get this game over. We got the Wasteland, going after our red sources. Maybe they just keep it up for the Lage or for Saga. It's a small Reclaimer. It's going to be a small Reclaimer, but it's my Reclaimer. Now the hearse is getting big as well. All right, so what's the play here? What techie lands do we have? We're taking a turn off, battering our graveyard. I mean, we could make a 20/20 if we draw the right card. Yeah, and I think that's the end of the game. Let's see. We're gonna go for the air. Could jump block the hearse. Yeah, okay, we'll play one more turn. We'll jump block the hearse and go for Mazavith and then land a Reliquary. Yeah, it's still gonna be a jump block. Waste the Taiga, I guess. So they gave their flag flying out of vegetable sources. Yeah, so do we give ourselves the out of, we can wasteland anything we get here. Now let's make them use the wasteland. If they waste the Mazavith, we're dead here. But I don't think we were dead already with the keep. At least this allows us, well, that's a draw. We could get them if they waste this wrong source at the wrong time. And we're not dead with an unlicensed hearse. Oh my god. 2 wastelands. All right. 2 wastelands is rough. Yeah, let's just concede that one. Yeah, we won't win the one. I don't know. Maybe I just played. It felt like these 2 last games weren't the best games played by me. But well, yeah, I'm gonna watch the replays later and see, look at them a little bit closer. All right. So a 3-2 record where I felt that I maybe could have played a little bit better in the end. Yeah. I was auto autopiloting a little bit towards the end. I don't know. Maybe there were some sequences there that could have gotten me. Let's look a little bit at the deck list. So we splashed the red to get access to Pyroblasts, and the Pyroblasts were good when they were good. Minsk and Boo never really came up. We didn't draw the card, so we didn't give an option to play it. What do I like and what I don't I like? So the reason I moved off of 3 colors, I used to play Obs on a lot, but the reason why I moved off 3 colors was to get a little bit better mana. I don't feel like the mana really punished us that much. It was more of not drawing enough lands in the 4th game against Death and Taxes. The 4th diamond, so the diamonds kind of punished us in this league. I think that the 4th diamond might be a potential cut in this list. I understand that you want to power out Minsk and Boo and have access to your splash color a little bit more frequently, but I could see that as a cut if we were to continue working with this list. The 3rd Thespian stage is also always something that I kind of talk about, but playing a couple of leagues with just 2 stages has also worked fine, so I'm not really sure if we need to do anything there. It might be good as it is. In the board, I'm not really sure about the Cataclysms. They're sweet cards. We didn't face an Eldrazi, that's kind of why they're there, but I could see looking at those as potential cuts. I missed spot removal in Path to Exile, although I don't like the effect Path of Exile gives your opponent. It's a card that I want to have when there's so many must answers as there are. I'll see. I'll continue working on this maybe, or we'll look at something else for next week. Maybe exploring the black splash again, maybe going back to green white. We'll see. But thank you for sticking with me, and have a great day.